Invincible.
Welcome back, Player Circle Sports. Mark, Laurent, France. All right, so we're discussing Michael Jordan, okay? So he said, I'm paraphrasing here, basically, but the words he did use, he actually used them, okay? So he said there are only 2 good teams in the NBA, and the other 28 teams are garbage, okay?
And I quote, that's quoted.
As an owner of a team, he says his team, including the other teams, are garbage.
Charlotte Hornets. Maybe he's just calling out to see. Maybe he wants to like give them a little fire in the butt, you know?
Yeah. Or maybe he's the biggest jerk known to man. Biggest chump. Let's get a chumpo-meter up here, and I think he'd break it.
Well,
he's a chump. Who says that?
He's one of the greatest of all time. You take his advice.
You know what?
I totally agree with you.
As
It's
an
demoralizing.
owner, keep your opinion to yourself.
It's probably demoralizing in a sense that, you know, towards the public and the fans. Like, that's terrible. You shouldn't put.
What is your fan base exactly? What is your fan base say about
Had he said that in the locker room to his team, it would kind of motivate them to do a bit better. But coming back to that, do you guys really believe all 28 teams are garbage? You know,
Hold up. How would it make it? No, if my owner said our team is garbage, that's not motivating me. If he said something like our team is young,
but he's one of the greatest.
Our team is young and
he's one of the greatest,
evolving and stuff. That would give me.
I totally agree with.
But why can't you? Why couldn't he just say these 2 teams are the elite? We need to really work hard and get set the bar, work hard to get to that.
Or
why does he have to say?
Well, maybe he's just giving. In the public's eyes, he shouldn't have done that. But privately, he could have probably worded it differently. But I think it's more of like a tough love thing, maybe towards his guys. I don't think he cares, and he's trying to demoralize all the other teams.
Okay, on top of that,
I'm telling you one thing.
I just want to say one thing.
He's one of the greatest of all time, and if you're on a team and you have one of the greatest of all time kind of chirping you out, but you're still fortunate enough to be part of a team, he's kind of sending like a tough love message. That's exactly what I'm trying to put there.
Greatest of all time to me,
one of the greatest of all time,
means nothing. Phil Jackson, one of the greatest of all time coaches. As soon as he became an executive, what have we been saying? Chump.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just because you're good as a player doesn't mean you're not a chump as an owner. Anyway, so
Phil Jackson wasn't good as a player, but go on.
As a coach.
I know, but you're saying player too.
I said one of the best coaches of all time.
We're gonna rewind.
But Michael Jordan, I said.
Yeah, Michael Jordan player. Not everyone makes a good transition.
So,
you know?
So basically, Michael Jordan, that's kind of hypocritical of him to be crying about super teams. The Bulls were a super team. And before people say, oh, Michael Jordan didn't have a super team, he was the super team. Okay, cool. So when he was alone on his team, wasn't he being bounced out in the first round 3 years in a row? Oh, he was young, he didn't have a team. Exactly. He needed a super team to succeed. And then he was being bounced out by the Knicks. He couldn't even make it to the finals. And he needed a super coach as well. So you need a super, and you can't win 6 championships in 8 years.
But you have to agree that the East was more respectable back then, right?
Well, okay, but here's the thing.
More respectable.
No offense, but you're the owner. So you want your team to be to that level?
Yeah.
Put some cheddar on there.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you actually go and buy that team then? He wants to be part of the elite. You make your team the elite.
And
make it.
The best argument against Michael Jordan is he was an owner before Golden State was great. So how come Golden State became great after you? How come they made better moves than you did?
And not just
how come
that.
They made better moves than
and
you
not
did?
just that.
I think it goes
but
further
he should actually have looked at them and used them as a great business model.
Yeah.
Because do you know another reason why Charlotte's not good now? Like we were talking off camera. Jordan is an extremely bad judgment of talent.
Yeah.
If he brought in good talent, they'd already be where Golden State was. Because Golden State brought that team in, most of it. They brought them.
I agree with you 100%.
Like,
100%.
Come on.
Yeah, Jordan was a good talent.
But
As a player, but as an owner,
yeah, that's
wow,
what I mean.
he's got a lot to learn.
And at the same time, like you have to consider factors like Golden State. They did a lot of good pickups, drafts. You know, like there's a luck of the draw in a sense, in that you could get a good player, not a good player, injury prone, not really injury prone, and it depends how you develop over the years. What happens, what doesn't happen. You know, like
Okay.
It's like a
how
mix of
about
that.
San Antonio? They
His
never
judgment is not good,
San Antonio
you know?
never get a high pick because they always finish like top tier. in
Great
the
judge
NBA.
of talent, though.
And
right?
they still manage
Exactly,
to
great
get
judge of talent.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
there's no excuse. But
it's luck of the draw with the draft sometimes.
But-
you know, it depends on the trades.
Not
There's
true.
also
There's
you can
also-
still do good moves, right?
there's
Yeah.
also a saying: the better you are as a player, the less likely you'll be good as a coach and as a judge of talent. Because when you're the best of all time or one of
Yeah,
the
the
best
bar's
of all
set
time,
too high.
It comes natural to you. So then when somebody's struggling, you're like, how come you couldn't see that play? How come you don't have that vision? How come you don't understand how somebody can struggle?
So you think Jordan's comment is from a standpoint of, like, his ego is a bit too high because as a player
Yes.
he was like, you know,
Yeah.
I think he's just salty. He's
Yeah.
salty. His team's
and
not
it's
doing
not
well.
good too in a sense because maybe you guys are right. Maybe Charlotte won't make it now because people make notice of, like, okay, Jordan said that, we're coming after the Hornets every night,
Yeah.
going hard. Because
yeah.
Like he's kind of
Yeah.
doing.
he's kind of doing a disservice going
Yeah.
forward.
So let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. Are the super teams? Oh yeah, he said the super teams are bad for the NBA. Let us know if it's bad for the NBA.
It's terrible. Not really. I love it.
Or is Jordan just crying because he couldn't make the proper moves?
Yeah.
And now he's stuck.
Oh, what's that, guys? I hear a wambulance.